all of my fellow readers doing? It's time to check in with Kelly's Book Club. This month's pick is called Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. You might be familiar with this author. She's known for bestsellers like The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and the Six. This book is a love story set against the backdrop of the 1980s space shuttle program. The book follows Joan Goodwin as she becomes one of the first women scientists to join NASA's space shuttle program. We see her friendships, love interests, and what happens when disaster strikes. And here to break down our rating and discuss this month's pick, Book Club members Lauren Mullinix and Brianna Vasquez. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
So as we always do, we're going to start with our rating, and then we're going to explain. So drum roll. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I knew it.
Lauren,
I know.
why the low rating for you?
Okay. Unpopular opinion. I don't love this author. I've read Malibu Rising. I've read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and the Six. There was also a book about tennis in there. I think she starts strong. It gets very, very boring, in my opinion, and then she ends strong. So, like, usually I like to pick up a book, I finish it in a weekend. This, it's like
it was hard for you
to read. I gave it a 5 because I liked the story, and I felt that was compelling. But again, it's just, I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Hey, fair. Bree, you gave it a 10.
This is one of my favorite books I've read so far this year. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I'm quite the opposite,
Everybody
which is
else
totally
does.
okay. But I thought this was one of her strongest books because I thought she went into like multiple characters and we got the background and story of multiple characters, and I like the different dynamics of like relationships where like romantic relationships like with her niece, relationship with her sister, and like her family and her coworkers. So I thought it delved into all of that very well.
Yes. Okay, so what was everyone's favorite character? I'm going to start with you, and you could do favorite, least favorite, whatever you want.
I'll say my favorite was her niece, Frances.
Ooh.
That's probably my favorite character.
Okay.
I liked Joan. I thought she was, fun and relatable, and, she had her struggles, and I do feel like she was portrayed very well in the book, and so I grew to really like her.
Yeah. Without giving too much away, my favorite was someone's love interest in the book, Vanessa Ford. She just seemed like such, had just so authentic, genuine, and really spoke her mind, and so she was
cool.
Yeah, she was just a
her a
cool
lot.
girl.
She was a cool girl.
She was cool. From like the first time you met her, you're like, oh, this girl's cool.
Yeah, I know. And there were some surprises in it, although
Yes.
I that's why I only gave it an 8, Lauren, too, because I felt like in the middle of the book, it did kind of slow down for me a little bit. But by the end, I was bawling, sobbing, thought I knew the ending, and then there was a little bit of a twist. I didn't know. So what did you see that ending coming? Did it tie it?
Maybe I did. I like things wrapped up in a bow, and I don't think that this kind of delivered in that way.
Because did you want more on like what happened when everyone?
Yeah, and maybe that's why I don't love this author, because I don't feel like things are tied in a bow at the end of every book, and we know from previous book clubs, like that's what I like, and so, yeah, I think that's kind of what did it for me.
Bree, what do you think?
I sobbed like the last 75% of the book. I literally sent a picture to my friends of like tears streaming down my face. I liked the ending because I do like a bow, but I kind of like when it's like kind of a little bit left up to your imagination. So I like had an answer, but it wasn't too much like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? So I liked that. And
it wasn't a cliffhanger where you weren't completely hanging wondering, but to your point, you got to kind of think about and use your own imagination on what
we say happen. It in every book club, but this would genuinely be a really great movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it'd be an excellent movie.
It probably is going to.
I bet it will be.
Brie, I want to talk to you. So you rated The Women, which was our favorite book of the year, too, super high.
Yes.
And this
no bad things to say.
was the same, right?
So this was probably like on Goodreads, it's like out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
And I like say this is a 6-star.
Okay.
The last 6-star I've ever rated was The Women.
Okay.
And that book I also sobbed. I do cry a lot in books.
So do I. This was clearly my pick.
Good.
You guys,
safe.
last question. Would we recommend this book to a friend? Lauren, we'll start with you because I feel like it's going to be a no.
No, I honestly would, because I'm unpopular opinion where I don't love Taylor Jenkins Reid, but obviously she's a best-selling author. She's written some great books. I do want Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo to be a movie as well. I thought Daisy Jones as a series was a flop, but yeah, I would recommend it because I know that people do love this author and that writing style.
Bree.
I've already recommended it to multiple people. Anyone who will listen to me, I talk to their ear off about this book.
Yes, if you like a love story, I think this is the one to read. Thank you, ladies. As always, so much fun. And next month's pick is already picked. The Compound. It's about 19 contestants competing on a popular reality show on who can stay in the compound the longest while competing in challenges. Stakes are raised, dangerous situations unfold, and the line between playing the game and surviving blurs. To join the book club, just text book club to 206-448-4545. And as always, if you have a book recommendation for us, please just email us or hit us up on social media.